Kathryn Pascuzzo. Welcome to Digital Marketing Happy Hour. Today we're talking about email marketing. And I just think there's a lot of value in having the people that are attending today talk about their email marketing success, the tools that they're using, and then we can really dig in and talk specifically about some things that I do to optimize our e-newsletter experience across the people that I work with. So to start off, who sends out e-newsletters right now within the group? And you can just pop it into the chat here. I'm just going to open it up so I can read it. But I think I've received e-newsletters from mostly all of you. Yes, yeah. And what tools are you using? What? Using Constant Contact? Are you using FloDesk? What's your favorite? Alana, no e-newsletters yet, but Salt does. Have you ever been a part of that process with them? Or is it, this is amazing. Yeah, you need to be sending e-newsletters or at least growing your list. Okay, so HubSpot, awesome. Yeah, I am obsessed with HubSpot. I've never used it. I'm obsessed with their blog and their resources. I use a lot. They're just, they know inbound marketing, they know digital marketing and conversion. And it's probably been a decade that I've been relying on their information and optimizations to help guide my strategies and plans for businesses. So that's wonderful that you're already on there. Yeah, okay. So you're growing your email list. How do you grow your email list? What are where are you asking people to sign up and when? Do you have a sign up form link on your homepage? Are you adding a checkbox to your purchase form to sign up to receive updates? Where and when are you asking? Ellen has her hand up. Do you have a question, Ellen? Or are you putting up your hand?
I just wanted to answer your question.
Yeah.
But mine, just because I can't type right now, but mine is a little weird because when I worked in post-secondary, so the students or the subscribers are automatically added as they register for Camosun.
Right.
So that was a really interesting experience. I didn't really have to work for subscribers. They were just automatically entered in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then do you see like unsubscribe rates? Can they even unsubscribe from their student communications? Is that something?
Yep, they can unsubscribe. Just the thing is once you unsubscribe, you can't subscribe back. And in my department, it was just like, this was just for first semester, brand new students. So yeah, and that was our audience. And we had like a really good open rate, like 60 to 80%, which is just like unbelievable anywhere else. But because it's like your college communication, it's pretty important. So it was really, really interesting working in that environment.
Yeah, what kind of metrics do people see? What kind of open rates do people see in their various industries? Yeah, IDX site forces registration. Yeah, some folks will have really aggressive lead gen landing pages where you can't even view the listings without sending your email contact information. So what about in real life, like open houses for the realtor folks? Are you asking?
Can I speak on this, Kathryn?
Yeah.
It's easier than texting. I'm using a web my iPad, and people need to sign in, let me know if they're looking for a realtor, if they're approved for a mortgage already. Like I already cover all the bases, and that's been huge. And then when I'm done my open house, that feeds right in my CRM. And then those people at the end of the open house get an email asking for feedback and if they have any questions, and that's been golden. I used a site that didn't have forced registration for the first year, well, almost 8 months, and it was crickets. And I switched to a forced registration, and it's been night and day. And then using landing pages, the footers like Curtis and everyone's using, like that's been huge.
Do you ever get any pushback? Do you ever get people saying, I don't want to give you my information?
Very rarely. Sometimes you get people put like, the movie phone number in 55555 and a fake address. They're just the looky-loos, and I just delete them. I don't even waste my time, because the people that are serious are going to sign up. The people that are just looky-loos and kicking tires because they don't realize that realtor.ca can be the same sort of looking page for them. They stumble across your page. You've done well with Google Words or whatever, and you've set up and people just don't understand, or they're just not interested. But those are the ones you just delete. I don't even look at them. You can track some of them down, but
it's a fantastic tool to weed out the people that really aren't interested or haven't gained that level of trust in you, right? If I can't trust you as my realtor with my email address and my phone number, I'm not buying a house right through you. And I feel like you should have that same kind of lens no matter what your business is. The kind of information that your clients will find valuable, and there shouldn't be any apprehension in asking for that information. It protects you, it protects your time, and protects your business, knowing that these people are truly interested in what you have to offer. And you can focus and track and see how engaged those users are, right? When they're coming back again and again to your website. And excellent. Okay. So what are some of the favorite emails that you guys get? What are you subscribed to? What are you reading every day? I know I have to constantly unsubscribe from Old Navy. I want the discounts, but I don't need 3 emails from them a day. But what kind of content are you guys reading and loving that comes into your inbox? I know Jess's stuff is always really good. She's linking to her blog post. She's linking to useful things about how to take care of your home and your investment, design stuff, content that's helpful, makes you think, offers that aren't pushy. Nerd fitness, that sounds cool. Just a little bit, maybe that would be like little bits of motivation and like little workouts and things like that. That actually might influence me to think about working out more and moving my body. That's really interesting. Yeah, but they're all offering you value, right? Like valuable content, tips and ideas. Yeah, you're going to scan an email that has too much text. Yeah. Okay. And does everyone know about Canadian anti-spam laws? It's the most boring subject, and it kind of makes me groan because I've had conversations with some leads lately on strategy calls that they know their audiences want to receive their information, but because they haven't opted in to the e-newsletters, they can't just throw them into Constant Contact or whatever system they're using. And so, for example, say you've run a giveaway at, I don't know, a craft fair or something, and you have all of these emails that you've gotten, and they're strictly people that are just interested right now in winning whatever prize, and they haven't done the checkbox, you can still email them the winner announcement and do a secondary opt-in within that e-newsletter and try one more time to connect with them. And yeah, so that's kind of one of the ways I get into people's inboxes through giveaways. And then if they really aren't interested in what I have to offer, then that's great. But it's kind of another touch point that kind of gets around that anti-spam law. I was going to maybe share my screen and show you guys FloDesk because I'm super into it. I've been really enjoying using FloDesk. I've tried a lot of different tools over the years, and this one is just so pretty. So I might go into it and just show you a few of the things that I do to not land in spam, and talk about thank you website redirects and that sort of thing. Yeah, and I have a discount link for FloDesk. I'll pop it in the chat and everywhere else, so you guys can go in. FloDesk tools. And share my screen. Oh, this one. All right, so I have this link here. It's a bunch of my favorite tools and things that I'm subscribed to with my business. A few of my worksheets and things are in there too. And then the FloDesk link is right here. Directly for you, so you guys can check it out. I think I'll try that one more time just because I'm not sure. Oh, tools. Copy link address. There we go. So that's the direct referral link there. If you guys subscribe, I make money. And I just really like FloDesk. It's really good. There's other great ones out there. MailChimp is pretty great. It integrates with a lot of things. Constant Contact has been around for years. I know some realtors, CRMs will have their own mass mailers built into their systems, and those are great too. But this is FloDesk, and if I want to create a new email, they've got all these beautiful templates. We'll just pick one that looks fun. And yeah, you can just, it brings in my branding. It's really easy to edit. You can use whatever fonts you want, which is lovely. But they do show up as, oh, you're not seeing the screen, Curtis? Let's see. Oh, thank you. I wasn't sharing it at all. Now I am. Forgot the share button. I just selected the screen. All right. Thank you. So this is FloDesk. I'll go back. But you can choose all these great templates. They're super pretty. For me, I find it really easy to use. Jess, you used it. You're not a web developer, but you are very good at figuring things out on your own. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Like, you want a picture in there. it's really cool. They link to Unsplash, which is just all these like free images that you can use. And then you can choose if you want it to be a circle or like trendy shapes, squares, pop in text. And they have some best practices too. I think I want to tell you guys about my secret click-through rate increasing trick. And that is to put a menu like on your website in your e-newsletter. So when I do that, for example, for a realtor, I would put a menu block. Let's see. I don't know how to do it in here. You have to find the right one. But you just create like a quick link menu of listings, book a call, or like whatever offer you have, right? Get coupon, whatever. And just by having this menu at the top to some key things that I know people want and click on has boosted click-through rates for me by as little as 10% on average, but as much as 20%. Yeah. Okay, so when somebody subscribes to your e-newsletter, there's a few things that are really important to do. So you want to make sure that when you have somebody sign up on the form, you want to go to a redirect thank you page. You don't want just that little alert, thanks, you've had success. You want this thank you page. And you want a custom thank you page for every type of form you have. If it's a giveaway, you want a different thank you. If it's, yeah, right? Like you just want a different one. And because Google's watching and they're seeing that people are performing an action on your website and completing the action. And the more that Google sees people doing it, the more that they know you're providing people with relevant information. And then you can also track your campaigns going into it and go back to it and know, okay, this client converted on this giveaway campaign, and they opened 3 e-newsletters since, and now they're this client, right? And you can figure out exactly where they came from and what worked and what didn't. But this is the key to helping with your search engine optimization, because if people are following through with something and visiting multiple pages on your website and completing the form, that's the best it gets, right? They're performing this action. The other thing you need to do, in addition to this landing page, first off, is making sure you have a thank you auto response as well. So FloDesk has that built in. I think I navigated completely away from FloDesk here, but there we go. Lost people. When you're creating a new form, right? You design, pick a template, you customize, and it asks you, do you want to enable the double opt-in? And the answer is yes, you do. Most of the time. If you're not so worried about them, if you're not so worried about not landing into their junk, you don't need the double opt-in. But if you are landing in spam, you do. You want that And you can customize the opt-in message here. So you want the thank you auto response, double opt-in. You can choose to be notified. Depends how urgent your customers usually need you. I like to get the notifications in my email inbox, and they all kind of just show up in one, the way Gmail categorizes it, so it's not too overwhelming. You could also choose to create a separate email address for your email subscribers, so you could just have like hello at the local picnic, or something more general, instead of it being your personal email address, to avoid getting all of those extra things into your email inbox. That's up to you and the size of your business, and whether or not you want other people to be able to respond to those inquiries on your behalf. And then, this is where you enter the redirect URL. So once it's built, you build the redirect on your website, and then you pop the link into FloDesk here. And then FloDesk asks you to do a little bit of coding work. It's not too scary. I could help you do this in 10 minutes if you have a WordPress website. It's easy enough, and that's all you do. And I love how Owen was mentioning he has an iPad. And I wanted to ask him how that was working for him, because having people do their own data entry also saves you a lot of time. Having those individual ballots and entering them, there's just that much more risk for error. You might not be able to read the handwriting, and they wanted your information, they've asked for it, they've written it down, then you can't follow up with them. It's pretty sad. So having an iPad at events is really helpful. So those are my tricks. Having that menu, having that redirect at the end, so Google can see people are navigating to multiple pages on your website and filling out a form. And then, having the auto responses. All right, so let's open it up to question time. Does anybody have any immediate questions about e-newsletters and what they're doing, and like how to optimize?
Kathryn, I do have a question.
Great.
Just looking at what you're going through here, and one of the challenges that we have in WorldTree is talking about how many calls to action do we have in one particular newsletter. Anything I've ever learned is like try and keep it to as little as possible, like one call to action, but lots of newsletters we receive are, click here for here, this for that place. And curious kind of what your thoughts are on that. Like, I really liked your menu idea. That's something that we've never done before. But also, is there a confusing the message you're trying to put across if you have too many CTAs?
Yeah, I think you can have different types of communications to perform different things. If you really just want people to sign up for an event and it's an event reminder, just have the one thing that you're asking them to do.